Hello, in this series of videos, I will show you how to deploy and to set up Microsoft Purview data governance and to use it to govern and to monitor your asset. So let's start with the new concept of Microsoft Purview data catalog on the new experience. By default, every tenant has now a free version of Microsoft Purview. It means that if you go to purview.microsoft.com, you will have access to Purview. Of course, the free version will propose some limit capabilities, but at least you will be able to see basic metadata of data sources like Azure SQL Database, Azure Data Engine 2, and another Azure data sources. Of course, at any time, you can easily migrate to the enterprise version, either going through the Purview portal or through the Azure portal and create a Microsoft Purview account. But before to go further, I would like to tell you something about the change about the role permissions. Here you can see a kind of three levels of permission. On the first one, it's at tenant level. So as a global admin, you need to assign a user to out-of-the-box role. On these roles here for the data governance especially could be the roles for the data map access or the data catalog access. Data map actually it's very close that you maybe know from the previous version. Data catalog, it's a new concept we just bring with the new version, and it will allow you to create some governance domain, data product, and more. For each of the two access that you maybe need for your user, you need to add role. The Purview administrator role and the data source administrator role for the data map, and the data governance role for the data catalog. Then, when you get this tenant level permission, you need to, for instance, to do as you maybe do as usual with domain and collection. Go on the data map side and create domains, the new name for the root collection, and sub collection, and assign role at domain or collections level. On the new feature, the catalog level, here you have to assign permission, especially if you want to assign user the right to create a governance domain, to be a data health owner, and more. Here you've got the link for a detailed article that we provide to you if you want to go deeper on the role management understanding. So quickly, before to go to the demonstration, again, Microsoft Purview account now, it's at tenant level. It means that you only have one account per tenant. So the question could be, what about it if I have several environments? So on top of the domain that you will have by default, you can create up to 4 custom domains. So if you need to have a domain for dev, test, and production, for instance, this is something that you can do. You will have more information here through this link. And then when you need to start with Microsoft Purview, and especially with Microsoft Purview Data Catalog, in terms of role assignment, you just have to go as a global admin in purview.microsoft.com, settings, role and scope, role groups, and then start to do the assignment. But I will show you that right now. So here, I am connected as a regular user, actually. Because before migrate to the enterprise version, I just would like to show you what we can do with the free version. So here, this user is just a user with basic permissions. So just going to purview.microsoft.com without any more configuration, this is what you can do by default. The first thing, if you go on settings, you can see your account type. And of course, if you have enough permission, you can upgrade your account. You can also go here in the solution settings in data catalog. Here is to set up permission for data catalog, but here this user doesn't have access to any kind of things. Now you can see that you have access to data catalog. In the free version, you will have access to the basic functionality. It means that you can discover your asset. So for instance, I can go to data asset. Before to go further, just to show you, this is the resources that the user can see. Okay, without do any kind of configuration. So again, no scan, nothing. Because I have maybe read permission on the Azure resources, or maybe owner or write permission, without scan, I can at least see the basic metadata of my Azure SQL Server on my storage. I can click on it, for instance, and I can see very basic metadata. But at least for inventory purpose, it could be a good option. You can see that here the edit button is grayed out. Now, if I go back here and go in Azure Storage, as I've got write permission on my Azure Storage, I can edit the basic metadata. And that, it could be a good start with the free version. Now, I will show you how to migrate to the enterprise version. To do that, I have to switch to an admin account with global admin. So if I go here on purview.microsoft.com on settings, if I click there, you can see, of course, as I am a global admin, I have more options here. Okay, I can now upgrade my account to the enterprise one. So just click on the upgrade button. Of course, you can go to Azure Portal and create directly the account through the Azure Portal if you want to. So here you have to choose your subscription and the resource group where you would like to deploy the account, because behind the scene actually you will deploy an account. It's why it's a good idea before to do the upgrade through the Purview portal is to create a resource group to do that through the Azure portal. So of course I check that, I click upgrade. I think I will have a little issue with the name. Yes, so a Purview from there, this one should be good. So after I rename my account, I can click on confirm, and it should take a few minutes to have the upgrade be done. After a few minutes, the account will be upgraded to the enterprise version, and now we can continue. So now, as a global admin, we can do some setup for the Purview data governance application. For instance, you can activate the advanced resource set if you want, and check if your data insights are on. And now, as a global admin, what is super important is to define the permission inside the role groups. So here, actually, you have two on even three groups important for the data governance side. The first one, it could be the one for the data map, so-called Purview administrators. And in this group, you can add user that you want to have access to the data map. So just click on edit and add user or groups to the person that you would like to assign to data map access. So here I will grab my demo user ici, Franmer demo, and click on select. You have to do the same for the data map, also for the data source administrator. select the group, and again assign your user or your groups. So here we are set for the data map. For the catalog level, there is a specific role called data governance. So here again, add the user that you would like to have access to the catalog application. So here we go. So now at tenant level, we are set. For the users who need to have access to the catalog application in the settings, so you can stay here in the settings. In the solution settings, you have now a part called DataCatalog. If you go there, you will be able to assign roles and permissions to your business user according what they would like to do with the governance domain, data product, and stuff like this. So for instance, if you would like to have a data governance administrator on top of the global admin, you can add the persona here. So for instance, let's add the frontware demo as a data governance administrator on the governance domain creator. So it will be able also to create governance domain in the business part of Microsoft Purview, in the data catalog part. So here we go. So now let's switch back as frontware demo on to see the impact of the role assignment. Now I'm back as a frontware demo, and let's see what happened to this user after he was assigned to the role at tenant level, but also at the catalog level. So the first thing here, remember, last time when I went to the data catalog, I get permission denied. So now, boom, as I was assigned to the roles, to the data governance role, and also as a data governance administrator and governance domain, I, as from our demo, the business users now have access to this part here on the role and permission for the data catalog. So now we are still in the setting part. Now let's go to the applications level. So if I'm going into the data map, so previously I was access to close to nothing as frontware was assigned to any roles. So now, as frontware is assigned to data map on data source administrator, is able to create a new collection. It can also create a new domain. Let's imagine you need to have a domain for dev test, so you can create a new domain. And as it also belongs to data source administrator at tenant level, he is able also to register data sources, and also to create a scan and stuff like this. And that is for the data map. Now, if we switch to the data catalog application, so of course it can still do some discovery, but now it can also go at the catalog management, where it can create a governance domain. And then when the governance domain will be created, it will be able to create data product and assign data asset and stuff like that. So this is for this video on the role assignment, and in the next video I will show you how to go further with creation of domain on collections.